What is up, everybody? I am RenaMarq, your modder, Renaissance content creator, your friendly neighborhood content creator, and welcome back to another episode of Per-Sception. We're still in season 3, and this season has been one of my favorite seasons, and it is only getting better with this guest right here. Now, let me tell you something. This guest right here is, to me, a big inspiration on being authentic, a big inspiration on perfect blend and balance of comedic timing and video games and moments and literally just being almost a natural at this content creation game. She has took last year by storm and has taking this year by storm. It's like the storm is continuing, is keep growing, and I am super honored to have the amazing, the perfect, the GOAT, BarefootTasha. What is up?
What an intro. I don't even think I would have said all the nice things about myself.
The best laugh on the platform, I guarantee you. This is the most infectious and like greatest laugh in all of content creation. BarefootTasha, what's up?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you been? Talk to me. How would you introduce yourself to people?
So I am BarefootTasha. I've been creating content online for going on 5 years now. It's been a wild journey. I've done a lot of different things, from just creating my content on my channel to being on Twitch's show The Weekly with Cup of Noodle, to winning the HyperX Queued Up Challenge, going on tour with the 5G RV tour RV, and just doing just a lot of different things, and making a lot of different friends on the way, as you can see, because I'm here with Mark.
But
yeah, it's funny that you mentioned the laugh, because I feel like at this point that's like my iconic thing.
Oh yeah.
Because no matter what I do, even if I'm trying to pretend to not be me, as soon as you hear me laugh, everybody knows that it's me. I can't hide.
You can't hide that. Like, I have been able to pick you out on GTRP servers. As soon as I hear that laugh, I'm like, oh.
RP, I can never hide from nobody. They always know it's me. Even if I put on a voice changer or whatever, they know it's me. Even
in like horror games and like horror moments, I'm like, there it is. Like, there's a lot. Like, I saw you playing Outlast Trials.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you playing Outlast, and like,
oh, I love that game.
I saw the clip of like the dude with the dick, and I was like, what the shit? Like, because I haven't played it yet.
They just didn't have to violate people like that. Why we got dick on our forehead in the middle of the video game? I just don't understand.
But I was like, it's so funny to hear like you scream and then laugh. And it's just like, it's so iconic. It's so iconic. And so, okay, I'm gonna ask the cliche question. I know everybody done asked it, anybody in any interview, but I always use a cliche question to start.
Oh,
ooh, we're getting to that. Oh, we're gonna get to the feet thing. Trust me. I'm actually barefoot right now, just for this interview.
You better be.
Yeah, I was like, if I wear socks, she's gonna know. And
I like, sense it. I'll sniff it out. You got socks on right now.
I was like, oh, let me take these off. But how did you, like, why content creation? Like, how did you start? Like, what led you to this platform? What led you to this passion and like growing the community and Like what led you to, 5 years in, that's nothing to scoff at. So like what led you to starting and, still staying in the game?
I feel like no one has like I've done a lot of interviews and I feel like no one has ever like asked like why I do like why did you end up here?
Right.
Like they usually ask like, like, oh, tell us about your content creation journey, But I feel like I never really explained why.
Okay, I'm thinking it was the cliche question. I was like, okay, you're starting off good.
I mean, I've been gaming since I was a kid, like most of us who do content.
Facts.
We've been gaming content, I'll say.
Right. Right.
I've been gaming since I was probably like 6, and like when I got older, around the age of probably like 17, 18, I started getting into like online gaming. I started with Call of Duty. And I'm not gonna lie, it was rough times. It was rough times.
Yeah.
Because I got called everything under the sun on Call of Duty. But I'll talk about shit back though.
Okay.
But
okay.
I got to a point where I was really, really good at Call of Duty. I wouldn't say like competitive worthy good, but
Word.
I was good enough to stomp out some regular ass lobbies,
Okay.
And I used to talk shit, and like some of the things that people say on the game was so funny. And I used to watch other creators make like Call of Duty comps. Like what was big back in that day was this group called Optic
Gaming.
Yeah, the Optic team. And there was this one dude on there called Optic Pomage, and he was like their like #1 sniper, and he used to do these like sniping comps. And I was really heavy into sniping, and there wasn't like a lot of girls like doing stuff like this.
That's a fact.
So, and at the time, the only girl that was doing something like this was that one girl named, I think her name was Zoe Berger. And
oh my God.
But she was like playing COD and clapping cheeks, like literally clapping her cheeks like on the screen. And it was like it sucked. Like no shade.
No shade
To her. Do what you gotta do. But it sucked because it was like, damn, like this is the representation that girls got. And I was like, I fucking I'll play Call of Duty, like, and stomp you niggas out and...
Word.
Oh, can I say niggas?
Yeah. You can say niggas all day. Yeah. You can say niggas all day.
And stomp these niggas out, and, I felt like there wasn't also, like, any black women, like,
That's a fact.
for the majority of the part, like, of the creators that I saw, they were all white women. That when it comes to women, so those days I really did want to do content at that time. This is when I was like 17, 18. I don't even know if Twitch was a thing when I was 17 and 18. I'm not sure, but I had never heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how long Twitch has been around, but like I looked up how you gotta like make YouTube videos, because YouTube was a thing, and there was like, you gotta get a capture card, you gotta do this, you gotta edit the videos, and I was like, I ain't doing all of that. That sounds like a full-time job.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I never did it, and then I just gamed, like I just continued gaming, and moved into like playing what's that other toxic online game? League of Legends.
Oh God. Yeah, you.
I went from Call of Duty
something even more toxic.
Call of Duty eventually got pretty stale. you know, like as they kept dropping Call of Duties, it was just like, okay, like I don't really like this game. Yeah. Like Modern Warfare 3, did not like it.
Yeah.
But like, so then the person I was with at the time wanted to get into League of Legends, and so we got into League of Legends together. And then it became like I played League of Legends for like 4 years. And basically almost no other game.
Damn. Okay.
4 years of League of Legends.
That's oh no. I've done 1 year and was done.
No, League is
a different monster.
It's a different monster. I feel like back then when I got into League, it was a little bit more easier to digest.
Yeah.
But now it is
crazy.
I haven't played in a long time, and sometimes I go back and I be like, yo, what's going on this game, bro? Like but I used to watch Pokimane at the time. I watched Pokimane because she used to play a lot of League of Legends. I feel like a lot of people don't know that about her. Yeah, but when she started, she played a lot of League of Legends, and she was a really good mid laner, and she played Orianna mid, and Orianna's not like a easy character to play, and she was really good at it. And yeah, and then eventually she started playing Fortnite. And that's when she like took off, and she blew up after starting to play Fortnite. Yeah. And so what I'm getting to is that like in watching her, and then she like started playing with Myth, and then like in watching Myth, I started watching like Myth, Daquan, and Hamlin's, and like I became like so like enamored with them, especially Daquan. He was my favorite, and like I just loved like the energy that he brought, and like he really captivated me when like and like how everybody like would connect with him through his videos, because he was like such a genuine, you know, soul that was just like funny, but he was good at the game, like so
it was a really good balance.
Yeah, he was awesome. And eventually I saw them promoting their Twitch on their YouTube channels, and so I was just like, what is Twitch? I don't know. And I would watch them on Twitch, and then I'm not gonna lie, I was very blissfully ignorant at that moment, because I didn't realize that there were any other people on the platform other than these people. And I was like, let me get on this platform. I have 1,000 viewers tomorrow. So I went out, and it was easier because it was like, okay, like I still got to get a capture card, right?
Yeah.
But I don't gotta record and edit and upload. So I was like, this is a way more like doable for me than dropping YouTube videos. So I started doing it, and I streamed to Nightbot and Stream Elements for a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. I feel like people only see it when you like make it, and they're like, man, like you did this, and it's like it happened overnight, like, and man, you don't understand that, like I was streaming to bots for months.
Ooh, I know that life.
For months. And it wasn't until that I started to get to know other streamers. I'll never forget one of the first streamers I got to know. Her name was Princess Petty at the time, and I don't think she streams like that anymore.
Yeah.
But she raided me one day, and I was so confused because I didn't know what a raid was. I didn't know. And she rated me, and ever since then, like, then I started to get more people coming into the stream, vibing, and eventually I got to get more comfortable
Right.
with being on stream, because at first it was like I was pretty quiet because I'm not an outward speaker or a thinker, you know.
Right.
So like for the most part I was pretty quiet in my process, but as you get into it and you get used to it, you realize that it's like, okay, instead of just keeping my thoughts in my head, I might as well just say them out loud. And that's kind of where like the foolishness comes from, because like now I have no filter on it. Now I just say whatever's on my brain all the time. As soon as something pops into my head, I just say it out loud.
That's the best moments. Like that's like, so like, and so like even with that, like being able to like feel more comfortable, like 5 years in, and like growing your community and being a part of like other communities, how have you seen that change? You know, because like you said, like you know, when you kind of started, even from the outside kind of looking in, like just seeing like there's not many, first and foremost, like the percentage of women was a lot less, and then in the content creation field, and then even lesser for Black women, and being able to get into Twitch and then starting to come into your own, and now like seeing like different communities, like how did that come about, like for you to be like, okay, now as a Black woman on this platform, and now seeing other Black women be on the platform, and finding them, and you know, making communities like that too?
I so growing up, like I was never the best at like making friends or like making connections. I had like a handful of friends throughout grade school, but I have always been a very like generally more quiet person. Um and I've always been more of a mirror, I guess, in a way. Like I growing up would like reflect the things that the people around me would say or do in order for them to like me, you know. So but you know that doesn't really build genuine relationships,
Right.
because you're not being true to yourself. So you always feel like these people that I'm around don't really even know me for real. And when I came into this space and I found Princess Petty, and then I found Angela, at the time, me and her had like pretty much started at the same time.
Right.
And me and her used to game a lot as well too. And it was like, wow, like I'm seeing these women, these Black women on here, and they like video games, and they like anime, they like the things that I like. And like where I grew up, like the women around me didn't like this stuff, like at all. Because I mean, I grew up in Miami, so it's not like there's a really big culture out here for gaming or anything like that, or even anime for real.
Right.
I think the culture out here more is like partying and hanging out.
Yeah.
And that's what my friends did. We partied, we hung out. But really I just wanted to play video games all day.
I feel that shit. I feel you.
So like I couldn't relate to them on a lot of things that they were interested in at the end of the day. And it sucked. It sucked because I felt like I was in a space where I didn't belong. And this is not to like shade anybody, because you know, you like what you like, and it's fine to like whatever you like.
That's a
But
fact.
very into like watching like the Bad Girls Clubs and like, like reality TV. And
Yeah.
at the time when I was that age, like those things were not interesting to me at all. And what was interesting to me was staying up until 3 o'clock in the morning and watching Inuyasha.
Okay. Okay. Talk about it. Okay. Okay. We're here. Okay. We're here.
And I've always been like a big cartoon person. Like it never mattered like what age I was. Like
Right.
cartoons was my go-to. Like I would watch cartoons over like reality shows or like, people shows any day. Like, and that's always how I've been.
Yeah.
So when I found women of color and I found that they like the things that I like, it was like a kid in a candy store. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like I was so excited to like make friends in this space because I felt like I could finally have friends that like things that I like, that I could be myself around and like let go of like that part of me that was trying to be something I'm not to please other people. So I know a lot of people be like, damn, Tasha knows everybody. Tasha be everywhere. And it's because, man, I'm so happy to like be around my people,
Right. Cause like that's one of the best things I praise you about. Like I will always share props because I always see like your collabs, right? Like whether it's with PG and them, whether it's with Jazzy and them, whether it's with Cup, whether it's with anybody, Aunt Betty, whoever, like, and I always like I love seeing that because I like seeing like that collaboration in that community because we see it too, as a as a black man on this platform and content creating, like we see the community that like women of color and black women have and women have like on Twitch, and like how y'all do collab and stick together. And like I have a lot of conversations about like we look at a lot of y'all like the blueprint of like how to collab and how to co-create and not get in each other's way or egos and this, that, and the third. And of course that comes, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect world. But I've always noticed that like when whatever content creator I talk to, big or small, like, and we talk about like the collaboration and how y'all hit the nail on the head with that. Like you are like one of the pillars of that. Like we always be like, it's like, if you want to collab, BarefootTasha is like the way to do it, like like, because we see how you're genuine no matter what the video is, right? Whether it's your Hot Ones or whether it's your Outlast or whether it's your Among Us or Fortnite or Apex or whatever you do, Mario Kart, Smash Ultimate, like whatever you do, you do it with such a genuine light, and that's such an appeal, and how you light the way for the blueprint of collaboration on this platform. And I just definitely want to give you your flowers on that. And hearing that and hearing like the why behind like the making of that blueprint is so special. And I do want to get into like, so with that, my next question would be, so finding friends of other streamers I know is one thing. Now finding and building a community of people who may not stream but who just want to be a part of the world that you're building, how do you feel about that? Like how do you go about that?
Building a community is probably one of the tougher parts of streaming because I can make friends all day, but like getting people who don't necessarily like stream or who are like mostly like viewers to like come through and watch. For me it's like I just at the end of the day, like I'm myself.
Right.
I'm myself like no matter what. No matter who's watching.
That's fact.
And I feel like that's why a lot of people do like me,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to like I feel like a lot of times, especially with women, like we feel like the blueprint is like cute and like digestible for men, like I'm supposed to be like cute and like, oh, like I play video games.
Right.
But
Yeah, yeah.
and there's nothing wrong
Right.
with being that if that's you, you know?
Yeah, no shade.
But I bring like fully me, like it's not gonna be cute around here all the time. I'm finna talk about farting and like all types of like crazy stuff. I'm gonna say what's on my mind, whether you like it or not. Like if you don't think I'm hot anymore, I really don't care. So, and I think that is what my community liked the most.
Right.
Is that I am someone that I've given up like caring so much about like what people think about me. And I just want to have fun. And they enjoy having fun too.
Yes.
And I try like to bring them in on certain things, like we have community nights and stuff like that. I stopped doing like the more personal, intimate like Discord stuff that a lot of like streamers do, like movie nights and hanging out with their community in a Discord, because I realized that like, the more people that come in, like they show you very strange things. And I've dealt with I've dealt with a lot of very strange people coming in, and they're part of the community, but it's like when you get to that part where it's like, oh, we're being intimate now, like we're hanging out in Discord, we're talking, we're getting to know each other, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, just so you know, I'm in love with you, and I'm just like, okay.
You don't know me, fam. like
let me just get out of here. Stuff like that makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I do like admire other communities that do more stuff like in Discord and stuff like that. Someone who does that a lot is Kiwi. Like there's always people in Kiwi's Discord hanging out. And sometimes I pop in there and hang out with them too, because everybody's really chill. I'm the type of person, I'd rather go pop in to somebody else's Discord. Because it makes me feel weird feeling like, oh, like everybody's coming here for me.
Yeah.
Specifically. And then I don't know, I'm a very like, I maybe talk a lot, but I'm a very awkward person.
No, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. There's still I feel that. I'm with you on that, because it's like curating an experience and like just being a part of it is just like two different things. I'm the same way. Like I've tried and I was like, I don't want to do movie nights. Like I don't like and it is such a, and to piggyback on a couple of things that you said. One, I love hearing, even in just like with like how, hearing like the things that you talk about, where it's like, in the beginning, you were talking about how like you did used to mirror, or like, you are more like shy and introverted, and then like hearing like, the more you kind of talk and like you're like, nah, motherfucker, like I'm me no matter what. Like nigga, like I'm me no matter what. Like I don't give a fuck. And like, and whether you like that, you do or you don't. And like that shows like such growth. And I definitely understand like the audacity of like aerosocial people and the awkwardness that can create and that can manifest, because that shit gets weird, especially for women in content creating space in general. I won't even really say on this platform, there's multiple platforms, and it gets weird, especially when you invite people to your space with boundaries and then people feel like they can, and you're like, back across, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, and even with that, how have you, because I know 5 years and growing the community, and I know there's probably times where you had to recognize your boundaries and like figure out what those boundaries actually are and like the mental space behind that. So like, in growing your community to a level where you feel is comfortable, because I know there's always going to be outliers, but a level where you feel that at least a majority you're comfortable, how do you deal with that mental headspace of boundaries?
So this might sound a little bit sexist, but
hey, do it up.
I have more boundaries for the men in my community than I do like the women.
Yeah.
Unless the women show me that they weird, because I'm not discriminating. I think anybody can be weird.
Facts. That's a fact.
Man, women, non-binary, it don't matter. I think anybody can be weird.
Fact.
But generally I'm more comfortable around women than I am around men.
Yeah, because motherfuckers get out of pocket quick.
Yeah, and it made me realize that like, when I first started, I was feeling like that feeling of like more like, oh yeah, like you guys are my community, we're friends and all that stuff. And then it was like they eventually like show you that y'all not friends and they want something else out of this.
That gotta be annoying.
And I've dealt with it on like several different occasions where I spend time with the community, spend time getting to know people. And I'm a very, very like if I hang out with you, I'm gonna be nice to you. And I never understood like the whole like, oh, someone's nice to me, so they must like me mentality.
Yeah.
Because I don't have no reason to be mean to you. So I would never like just be mean to somebody off the bat. I don't know you, so I'm gonna be friendly, I'm gonna be talkative.
Right.
I ask people questions about themselves. Like I get to know people.
Right.
And it would always turn into like, I like you and this and the third. And it would usually be like the people that were spending the most money in the stream. It would be the people that were gifting lots of subs or buying stuff off of the Amazon wish list and stuff like that. That would act like that. And it made me so uncomfortable to the point where like I don't do like Discord community stuff like anymore because I'm uncomfortable. And to the point where I've thought about deleting my Discord several times.
Oh damn!
I honestly really want to, but I just leave it there, for letting people know like what's up, like or if I'm hopping in and playing games with the community. They can hop in the VC if they want to.
Yeah.
But also it's just like I don't even do the like Amazon wish listing anymore. Like I if y'all want to like give subs and give money to the stream to support and all that stuff, you know, I'm never gonna stop that. You know, we starve down here. But like, it's the gift giving was just like, okay, to me, it's like maybe this is too personal for people, and it's just like I don't do those things anymore because so that's me setting up my boundaries.
Yeah.
On this because even like getting hit on outside in the streets makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like so I don't really like getting hit on in this space either.
Yeah. Like it's especially in a place that you curate and like that you kind of not have to go to, for lack of a better term, but like, you know, this is your career. This is, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, the entitlement and the audacity of some of you niggas, like, is ridiculous. Like,
it gets weird.
Yeah,
it can get weird with the like parasocial relationships, but like I'm a type of person that's able to look outside of like my own perspective, or even like understand a perspective, because I can understand how the parasocial relationship happens.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, you're messaging back and forth. This person's talking to you in a stream, and, you know, essentially like YouTube video streams, it's kind of like the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a fact.
So it's like I'm watching this, I don't know, like I'm watching Corey Kenshin every time he drops a video, and he's so charismatic and fun and engaging and I don't know, maybe I think he's cute, like, so I can understand where the mentality comes from.
That's a fact. I see.
Because they feel, you know, you feel like, I know this guy. I watch this guy every day. I watch every single video. I know him. That's my friend right there. So I understand where the mentality comes from, and it's cool to like connect. It's cool to connect with like a creator on that level where it's like, man, like this person feels like, you know, a friend to me.
Right.
But it gets a little weird when you take it further than this person is like a friend to me, and now you're like, this person's like a lover to me, and it's like, how we get there?
Yeah, I didn't give you nothing to think that, Mom.
How we got there?
I didn't give you shit to think that.
Where you got that from?
Where are you hearing this from? Like that's such a. I'm noticing, and I think the parasocial things, and I'm gonna definitely switch gears like after this, of course, to get into some more fun stuff too. But like I noticed like parasocial things, or like the parasocial people, or entitlement, or whatever, or audacity, or however you word it. It was a lot. Like I, of course, like I guess like as a dude, like I don't see it as often. Like I've seen it, I've dealt with it a little bit of times, but I know it doesn't hold a candle to the many times that, you know, women on this platform has dealt with that, or non-binaries on this platform has even dealt with that. And I've also noticed like the uptick in that during the pandemic, whereas like people like was stuck in the house, so like all they had was us as content creators, whether it's YouTubers or Twitch streamers or both, or what a TikTok, whatever the case may be. And I've always found like that, and I hope that dives down or delves down, and because that shit sucks, and like that you even feel that you have to like cut off certain things from like your community as a whole because it got weird, and then that's such a fucking shitty thing. And I definitely just hope that gets better. I know it's unfortunately, it's always gonna happen. It's always gonna be an outlier. I hope it doesn't happen, but I do hope that shit dives down a lot, for all of y'all, because it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And but to switch the gear, to switch gears, and because more about like what you are into now, right? Like, give me your thoughts on like the not like the state of Twitch, but like how you're feeling with like your content, like the gaming you play, like being a variety streamer, and like, you know, what are some games that like actually incite you? Like what are some of the reasons now, other than like community, that like actually excites you to hop on, you know, in year 5 and forward? Like, you know, are you still like, has gaming died, like the excitement of gaming died down for you at all? Has it heightened for you? You know, like what kind of keeps you coming back here? Like the, you know, the fun stuff.
I don't really get like really excited about games like I used to when I was younger. There are a few games here and there where I'm like, that pique my interest, but it's definitely not like before. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I be looking at like my friends and stuff like that, and how they play like every single AAA game that drops.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how do y'all like this stuff anymore? Not like that. I don't want to say like this stuff anymore, but it's like, I feel like we're in an era, and not just with video games, but also with like movies and stuff like that. And TV. We're in an era where everything is just being like remade over and over and over again.
1000%.
And it's so hard for me to be like, oh yay, like 10, we're on the 10th movie of Fast and the Furious. Woo, yeah, let's go. Can't wait for 11. Like it's very hard for me to like get into like but I also have ADHD. I don't talk about it a lot. I do want to change that, but I do have ADHD, so it's harder for me to get into things I'm genuinely just not interested in.
I feel that.
So it's just most of the time I'm just chatting. I feel like and not just like with me, but I feel like the way Twitch is shifting is people are doing more just chatting streams than they are gaming streams nowadays.
Yeah.
Like people are doing reaction content more than they're doing anything else nowadays.
Yeah.
People still, you know, game and stuff like that. But I think that with like the content of reacting and stuff like that, it's like a way for you to connect with people, because, you know, they've most likely seen this, or, you know, or they wait for you to see this because they want to see how you feel about it, you know? So I think it's a really cool way to also connect with your community, to like to react to something, like even if they put in a stream or if you look it up yourself. Like a lot of people are watching, like, you know, Jubilee, Cut, Nectar, like those channels that do those like little like controversial videos that are like, you know, fun, lighthearted, whatever. Jubilee be getting a little bit serious, but
facts.
I kind of stay away from Jubilee a little bit more now, because I be like, I ain't trying to talk about this now.
Yeah, they be going.
Ain't no way I'm finna talk about this on Twitch. They be going hard over there. Yeah. They be like, racist versus non-racist. I'm like, oh my God. What happened to the lighthearted stuff?
They're like vegans versus meat eaters. I'd be like, whoa. And it be getting deep. I'd be like, hey, whoa. Like, let me go to the button. Like, let me just go to the button and see people do speed dating. Because I'm like, fuck
No,
this.
seriously, I have kind of stayed away from Jubilee a little bit, but I do still get excited for certain things. I'm not as big into FPS games or shooters like I used to be when I was younger. Um, because I'm not gonna lie, it's very repetitive, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's another shooter, but it's like it's a shooter, you know?
Yeah. Like, it's point aim click. Yeah.
It's like, okay. So I do play a lot of Apex. I think Apex will always have like a special place in my heart because I really like Titanfall a lot. And Apex is based off of Titanfall. Titanfall
Facts.
2, I feel like was better than a lot of the Call of Duty games.
That's a fact. Talk about it. Talk about it.
But I don't know why that game didn't get like a lot of like recognition or love like it did. I don't know. Maybe because it wasn't just as known as Call of Duty. Call of Duty is very well known.
Yeah.
So Apex will always be a special place for me. And games that are survivors, like survival games, are my thing. Like I love Grounded. Probably the only good game that Xbox got for real.
Hey, talk about it. Talk your shit. Because you ain't
let's
lying.
be real now. Y'all bored with Master Queef, okay? Y'all bored with him. Let's be honest.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there looking at these Xbox games like, what are y'all doing?
But Grounded, a lot of fun, and obviously I love multiplayer horror games. I don't do a lot of horror games on my own because I'm very pussy. At least if I'm like, panicking with somebody else, I feel a little more better about that than doing it by myself. So like I do the diet scary games. Like I loved Little Nightmares. Like I played all the Little Nightmare games.
Yeah.
I'm about to play the Amanda Adventurer game. I think that's more like diet scary game.
Yeah.
But like you will never catch me playing like Visage, or I did play Outlast, so I can't say you'll never catch me playing it, but it was against my will. It was because I lost a bet. I did play Outlast. But yeah, I don't know. The way that gaming and movies and TV is going, to me, it has become all less exciting.
I feel that.
Because, we're in that era of wash, rinse, repeat,
Yeah. Oh, God, I feel that. That's a great point. And even like to piggyback on what you said and like to kind of bridge that together, what I'm noticing, because like the meta only changes in a cycle. I guess like the content creator meta, I guess, only changed in a cycle, because like that actually, like, you just kind of pinned that together for me, because I was like, yeah, you're right. Like a lot of people are back to like just chatting and reacting, which used to be the meta, what, 4 5 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, where like reactions was the thing to do. And now then it became gaming with like the introduction of like the Fortnites and the Apex and stuff like that. Then it became like the indie games where like people be playing like the Amanda the Adventurers and things like that. And now is, like you said, it's kind of going back into reacting, but still keeping like Fortnite, because a lot of people may react for like an hour and then play Apex or this, that, and the third. So that's actually like a really good point of like the state of content creation, the state of Twitch and YouTube and things of that nature. And like
also, I didn't realize this, but or I forgot to mention this, but it's also, I think, because competitive gaming is starting to dwindle.
Yeah.
It's starting to like fizzle out because of all the issues that a lot of these like competitive gaming teams are going through and dealing with.
Twit longer every other week.
Yeah, like it's like Twitlongers all the time about these competitive gamers. And so I feel like people are moving away from watching competitive gaming as much as they are, because like, you know, they get into this content creator that, you know, is really good at the game, and then there's a twit longer about them next week.
Hey, that's a fact, and that is crazy now. Like, which is, I'm not gonna lie to you, which is why I'm very afraid of TwitchCon Vegas. I'm not gonna hold you, because I'm like, y'all don't know how to act right on a regular day. Like, now you're gonna be in Vegas. I know, oh my god. But that's kind of like to talk about conventions, you know, in like your just, you know, out, like taking like your being BarefootTasha off stream, right? Like off YouTube, off Twitch. How do you like to like have like collab and have fun like outside of Twitch, but like at DreamCons, at TwitchCons, you know, just collabing with, you know, people like Dwayne and Jazz, and shout out to them, and people like that. Like, how do you like to go about that? Because, you know, it's dope seeing like those friendships mold and grow, and, you know, you're able to go to DreamCons and TwitchCons and have fun with people. And how does that, like, where is that at? Is that something that you wish to do more? Was that something that you are always like excited about, like every year? Or
hanging out and doing things with my friends outside of this is like one of the things I look the most forward to, like, ever at this point.
hey,
And I want to do more to also like talk about like what we were talking about in the last question. I want to do more content that's not gaming. I want to make more things that are not gaming. I really, really want to lean into more like vlogging.
oh, okay, yes.
I do. It's just, man, vlogging is awkward.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's a bit awkward. So I think it's something that takes getting used to. Because like, you know, you're out in public, there's other people around. It's not like not like being here, like in the comfort of my room, nobody else is here but me. Like, now other people are like looking at you like, what the fuck is she doing? So I do want to go into vlogging and making other content. Like, you know, we dropped the Hot Ones video, making other content like that. Ultimately, like, my goal right now is to have like a girl group that's kind of like some bros or a RDC or something like that, you know, because I feel like we don't really have that, you know. We have a lot of like guy groups and they're awesome. Like, I love them. I love RDC. I love some bros. They're awesome. They make a lot of great content. But like, I want a group of girls that also can make great content, that come together, that are friends, that, like, you know, do fun stuff together.
No, that'd be dope. Oh. Oh, that'd be dope. Oh no, that'd be sick. Because
so,
like, no, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Cause like that's. So, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Because like that's a great. Because I'm starting to see like. It used to be. Because it used to be like from the outside looking in and like being in this space and like growing, I used to notice that like it used to be solo content. Like everybody was like, I do my thing, even if I know you or whatever, you do your thing, and that is what it is. But now, and we could attribute this to RDC. I actually might, but like seeing like RDC have success as a group, and then
Mm-hmm.
you see the Some Bros, and then you see the AMP, and then you see like all these types of like new groups starting to form now, where it's like you have so many different content creators and they just kind of converge into like these bigger groups. I kind of think that is the perfect, like if you spearhead that, I think that's perfect. Like I can't even see anybody else like it makes sense. Like that being your goal makes like perfect sense, because I'm like, yeah, like that's like peanut butter and jelly. That's like a perfect thing, like to for you to like spearhead this, like this Some Bros RDC level group for, you know, women,
Mm-hmm.
non-binaries. That'd be dope. That'd be hell yeah.
It's something that I'm like so like excited about to do, because it's like, like we always talk about like representation, and it's just nice to have that representation for us too,
Yeah.
because like, and honestly, this is something that's been inspired from me. um I didn't grow up watching RDC, so I didn't know who they were at the time,
Same. I got
but
you. I'm not gonna let you stand on that edge alone. I got you. I mean, me neither. But I got
but
you.
when Myth and Day and Hamlin's and they were on TSM, and that was a big like thing at that time, and
Yeah.
they would make content outside of gaming. They did like a few things outside of gaming where they like, I think one time they were cooking, and they made like a lot of fun things outside of gaming. Like I loved that since then. Like, and I had been wanting to do that since then. Like have fun
Oh.
with like your friends or your teammates or whatever, and just create like funny, cool content since then. And it's like, I realize that shit costs money, but
Yeah, that's a fact.
because let me tell you, that Hot Ones, when we got together, we did the Hot Ones video, and we did the Arby's stream where we tasted
God,
everything off the menu on
God
Arby's.
bless y'all stomachs.
Awful.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Awful. But like, it costs money. We had to find a place that all of us can go to. We rent an Airbnb, like we have to have like the cameras, like all this stuff, like audio equipment, like this like this shit not cheap. This shit is not cheap.
Shit is not. It's just up there.
And it's like, also you need somebody there, like outside of y'all, to like
Film.
do the other things that's there. So thankfully my friend Figure was available, and he was down to do it, and I just flew him out and housed him. But it's like that stuff, like my hat is off to RDC and Some Rose for like the content that they be making, because I know that shit not cheap. I know that shit costs money. Yeah, that shit is not cheap. And then it's also like working with everybody to figure out their schedules. At least RDC, they in the same house together, so
they did. Yeah.
But like, you got people that's over here in California, over here in New York. Like, it's like, man, like
We gotta converge.
it's tough. It's tough.
No, because like I think about like DreamCon, right? Where like I think this DreamCon coming to be my third one, and like I remember, like I remember seeing like like they got those events, like the RDC versus Some Bros Smash tournament, things like that. I would love to see
I'm not
like
gonna lie. I really, really, really want to get like the girls like on that crew battle.
Yeah.
I want to get the girls on that crew battle so bad, but it's like all of them play Smash. Like the only people that play Smash is like me and Jazz. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm beating Bertleezy for real.
He's pretty OD in Smash, but he's not unbeatable. He's not unbeatable. Berlin,
he's not
I love you. You know I do. But
he's not unbeatable. But I think, like, with my experience with Smash, I ain't beating Berlin. I think maybe I got PG and Joe, and I think I could get Ben.
Like Dylan,
I think I could get Ben out of there. Dylan out of there, but Leland
and Berlin, I feel those are the two that you gotta like. But I feel like
I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting Leland out of there. Mark is out of there. I'm sorry, Mark. Love you though.
Yeah, Mark, we love you, but
you out of there.
Yeah, like that Mario game is not good, my brother. See, and that'd be dope. I would love to see like that type. I would love to see that on that stage.
I just want I want women to be a part of more than a conversation about what is it like to be Black? What is it like to be a woman in the gaming space?
Yeah.
I want us to be more a part of other things like, yeah, I get it. I'm Black. I'm a woman. And,
I know that.
We're a minority here. Yeah, I get it, bro. But I want to talk about this all the time. I don't want to be involved. I don't want the only reason why I'm being involved is because I'm Black and I'm a woman.
That's
all
a
the
fact.
time.
That's a fact.
Like, I want to be involved because I'm a gamer. Like,
You dope as fuck. Yeah. Like,
and not to toot my own horn, but I think I'm entertaining. I'm funny. So I want to be involved for those reasons as well, because I don't mind having the Black female gamer conversation. I don't mind having it. I just don't want to be. Yeah, I want to. Okay, like I get it.
Like,
let's do something else.
Yeah. like bring it in. Because like that's a big thing too, and because even in this interview, like I always make sure like don't overextend that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like don't overextend that conversation, and that's why like I like hearing about like how your community is brought up, how like what goals you want to do in this space, and like being able to just see that, because like I can literally see like that'd be, oh my god, I'm telling you, that'd be dope as fuck to see you on that stage whooping ass in Smash Bros.
It'd be dope as fuck for me too, because it's like I feel like it would be like one of those like full circle moments, like wow, like I'm recognized by the community as as a gamer. Be one of the full circle moments instead of just being recognized as being a Black woman on Twitch.
I feel that. I feel that, and that's one of the things where I know for a fact, like that's going to happen, because especially with all the accolades that you have accumulated even so far, like I feel like even like with the interview that you did for like the little interview spot you did for come to me the HyperX, there we go, sorry. For the HyperX, and like you being able to position yourself as a gamer, like everything that you were talking about, it was just you as a gamer and you as a content creator, and just being a funny person and like a comedic person. And like that's one of the big things that I notice about you, as well as like how I even said in the beginning, like you're just a comedic genius to me on this platform. Like the Attack on Titan suit, the cow suit, the Demon Slayer. Why can I not think of his name?
I gotta bring him back. I haven't put him on in a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, like moments like that is just comedic genius to me, no matter like who it is, like that. And like the fact that you bring out that foolishness and that comedic timing is just so genius to me. And I know we're getting into the ends here, but I want to ask you, like, as a gamer first, like, what are some goals that you have? Like, I know you said you wanted to get into vlogging and like out of gaming content. So like what other things are you kind of positioning yourself to do, like, other than like, the group, and other than like vlogging? Like, what are some things that you want to position yourself to do or be a part of or just create for yourself?
Well, right now, we did the tour last year. We did the 5GRV tour last year. And it was really like, it was challenging, but it was a lot of fun. And we made a lot of connections. And we're doing season 2 this year.
Ooh, okay.
We're doing season 2 this year, probably sometime in November. I don't have like a lot of details on it. But like also just getting into like more media stuff in general, like, like more TV-esque type things. I applied for, Rooster Teeth's creator program.
Let's go. Let's go.
But getting that more like media training, to do other things, like maybe commercials or whatever else that may come up, or even to like maybe even get into like, diet acting, like maybe I'll hit up Vader and, maybe like a background character. A background character. But and I also really, really want to like, I went to culinary school. A lot of people know this about me. Yeah, I went to culinary school. And before all of this, I did want to be a chef. I really did want to be a chef. It was my dream because, much like entertaining, cooking is a way to like bring people together.
That's a fact.
And I love that about cooking. Like, I love cooking for people and them trying the food, them enjoying it, or giving feedback, or whatever it is. Like, it's something that I love to do. And I really wanted to like put myself in a position where I can make within this journey also like cooking content.
That's dope.
But to put myself in that position, I got to move out my parents' house.
Hey, I'm with you. Hey.
So once I move out this house, cooking content, I'm finna be in there. But I don't think I'll ever stop like gaming. I don't think that'll ever stop, because it's like, I'm gonna love games forever.
What the fuck's with that? Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know like you were in the. Okay, I didn't know that. That's fucking dope. Oh, okay, that's sick. Like, does that like with all your goals, right? And I know you worked with so many like a plethora of brands already, and does now like kind of knowing that, like hearing that you kind of want to go into media and like a little bit of TV and diet acting and like cooking, like, does that expand your, what's next for you? Like your horizons on the brands you want to work with, the people you want to work with, different collaborations, and just more cementing yourself as not just, BarefootTasha the gamer, but just or like just kind of building up your resume as like BarefootTasha, the content creator. And now you're adding TV under your belt, or media under your belt, and cooking under your belt, vlogs under your belt, like things like that. Is that pretty much like the goal for like what you're climbing into now? Because like you said, you did 5 years of this Twitch thing, and I feel like you cemented yourself as like you're a legend in this. Like, and now hearing that and seeing like where you want to go, is that where you're actively stepping towards to now?
I wouldn't say actively. I think that like lightly I'm stepping towards that. Um and the things that I'm doing today and the projects that I'm trying to work on today. Um like the Hot Ones being like the first of that, the Hot Ones video being the first of that, because like setting up for like an actual like set, like and trying to figure out like you know microphones and camera angles and all that stuff.
Right.
Like I've always been like very interested in that. And the cooking, like if I could ever work with the Food Network, I feel like my two brands for me, my I would say three brands.
Dude, me here.
My three brands for me that would be like, wow, like I'm really here, is the Food Network,
Okay.
PlayStation,
Okay.
because I've always been a PlayStation kid, and Disney.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm a big Disney girl.
Okay.
It's probably why Kingdom Hearts is my favorite game series.
Oh.
But
I have to get into Kingdom Hearts, so like I promise you I will. I promise you I will. It's just it confuses me. Every time I get to the second one, I'm like, I don't know what happened. Like
I'm not gonna lie, the story is confusing as hell. I won't even deny that.
like,
The story, I'd be like, how did we get here? Like, what's going on now?
I don't get it. Oh.
At the end of the day, I always be like, everybody's Sora.
Okay. I'm gonna keep
an
that in mind.
extension of Sora. Somehow, I don't know.
Yeah, once it got to Roxas, I was like, I don't know who this man is. Get him off my screen. I don't know.
I feel like we all felt like that. Like when you go from 1 to 2, it's like Roxas.
Like,
who is this nigga?
Get your popsicle eating ass off my screen. Where my boy at? Like where he go? Like,
right. I feel like we all felt like that because I was like, where the fuck is Sora? Who are you? Who invited you here?
Who the fuck is this nigga? Like, who the fuck? Like, oh my god. Cause like, and a lot of people tell me like, dog, like I can explain the story of Metal Gear Solid franchise off the back of my hand, and people are like, yo, that is way worse than and Zelda. Like cause my TOTK is loaded. I've been tunnel vision.
Locked in.
Okay.
I have been too. I've been playing it every single day. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I saw that you got two of the biggest horses, and I was like, I gotta find those horses. I just found the golden one. Now I gotta find the big ones. I was like, where them big ass horses at? Cause like, but I'm like shrine hunting and like, I'm locked in.
The secret to them two big horses is that the first one you had to find in Breath of the Wild.
Oh. Well.
You can't have both of them if you didn't find the first one in Breath of the Wild.
Shit. I gotta go back to Breath of the Wild. God.
Because the first one is Ganon's horse.
Oh. Ooh,
the black one is Ganon's horse. So yeah, you get that from Breath of the Wild.
I gotta go back to Breath of the Wild. That shit's gonna be such a different. I'm like, just hunt for the horse. That's it. Cause like the way
you're gonna get distracted.
I'm gonna be out here doing the whole game again and be like, no, wait, the sequel, Mark, the sequel. Wow. Okay, that is really dope to know, and like, I'm actually excited to see like what you can build when you start like when you like in the TV space that you're thinking of, and even in the cooking space that you're thinking of. Like, I'm really excited to see like the content that you build off that and how you grow from that, and going into, and you're definitely gonna work with those three brands. Like,
I hope so.
Like, I got you. Now, I know we're getting a little bit to the end here. So I got last two segments for you. And actually, it's kind of because you kind of answered the first of the two segments, which is like, who do you want to work with, what brands and things like that. So I would say to get into the last segment here, before I let you go, I call it talk your shit. I feel like sometimes we are so forward looking in this content creating space, and we don't sit and kind of like be like, take a quick breath and like be like, oh shit, I did that. Like I'm that motherfucking person, you know what I'm saying? So for this last segment, I call it talk your shit, and unapologetically, no humbleness, put all that out. You can, all of it, in the most, I don't care, abrasive way. I don't care how it comes across. Talk your shit. Talk your shit about all the accomplishments that you have done this far, and I'm gonna hype you up. So like, talk your shit, and if you get humble, I'ma stop it quick. I'ma stop it quick. So I give you the floor. Talk your shit.
I'm not gonna lie. When I think of like talk your shit, the first thing that comes to mind
What up?
is that like I got a tour bus.
Okay.
And toured around the East Coast to like different HBCUs.
Let's go.
After I broke my leg, like
yeah.
I don't think anybody realized like the shit you go through after you break a bone, especially a leg, like your leg, like because you gotta walk. Like I think that people don't understand. Like you could break your arm. You know, you still gotta use your arms.
Still be able to move.
But you'll still be able to walk around. You break your leg.
That shit
is reps. Cause it's reps. You can't do anything. You better hope you have somebody to take care of you.
Wheelchair, crutches, all that. And that shit's annoying. Crutches is the most painful thing on earth. Them shit's under your armpits. I hate that shit.
I didn't even use the crutches the whole time. They gave me crutches. I did not use them shits.
Who's out there?
I used a walker like an old person.
With the tennis shoes on the tennis balls on the thing.
I'm over here on the walker like. But I got on a tour bus and man, I was in pain. So much pain. I did the HyperX queued up challenge. That was also after I broke my leg. I was in pain.
That was the same year. Damn.
I stuck through it.
And how long was the leg? How long was that? Like how for it to recover? Because I remember, you did do both of those with the broken leg. Damn, that's like an anime arc.
They say that it takes like really like and truly like a year for your leg to like recover fully from a break to where it feels somewhat normal again. So I broke my leg July 1st.
Oh damn.
Mm-hmm. It was like 2 or 3 weeks right before DreamCon.
Yeah, I remember that. Damn, I remember that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so man, and I
talk your shit.
I did that. I did that.
You
I really didn't even think I was gonna win the HyperX challenge.
Nah, you got that.
But I did, and it was like so many good things like came, and like I killed it. Like
Billboard, Times Square.
Yeah, we were on a billboard in Times Square. We did the 5GRV tour. One streamer of the year.
Let's go. Yes. Let's go. Let's go.
And like, I feel like I don't be like really like giving myself credit.
You see what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, you see what I'm saying? Talk your shit.
I be like, yeah, like, you know, I might, whatever, you know, but there are a lot of people that done better things than I have.
Nope.
But
you celebrate you right now. Talk your shit. You did that. Times Square billboard, East Coast HBCU tour streamer of the year.
I've even put on like, fun tournaments.
Yes.
Way before that, like me and CJ, we used to do like tournaments.
Oh my God. Yes.
Every year, Smash tournaments, and they
Yup.
were like so much fun, something that the community looked forward to. Um, man, like I've been doing a thing out here.
Okay.
I feel like people need to recognize.
There you go. Talk your no, recognize niggas.
People need to recognize.
Yeah.
I've been out here.
Recognize who you is and who you be. Like,
I be doing it.
Like, come on now. Like, you out here. Like, and that's exactly what I like this segment to be. Like, for you to be like, wait a minute. I did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where it's at. And I like doing that because it lets you kind of be like, okay, yeah, I did that, and you're gonna keep doing it, and you're gonna keep getting W's.
That part.
I'm talking about what you got, like, over that Hot Ones collab you did is still booming on YouTube.
That video's like almost like 50K.
You feel me? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, and that even goes to show, like, the cooking content you want to do, boom, that's just a little taste. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little taste. So like when you start doing it, like, people, that goes to show that people they're here for you. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you gaming, you doing tournaments, you doing an East Coast tour, you in the Times Square, because I'm in New Jersey. So anytime like I see I'm like, oh, that person's gonna be on a billboard, I go and see it. Like, I always go to support. I think it's 20 minutes for me, so it ain't nothing. Like, you know, so like, and like I always, because I like to champion y'all, and that's, you know, one of the big reasons why, you know, I do this perception thing is to champion, you know, people like yourself, and I just want to say thank you.
No, thank you, because you're awesome for what you do.
Thank you. And you know, you're an inspiration to me. Literally, like, I watch and learn a lot from you over these years, and
you got me smiling so hard my cheeks are starting to hurt.
I'm sorry. But you know, is because you don't, like, you know, I was always so afraid, you know, coming up as a content creator. You know, I'm 30. You know, I'll be 31 this year. So like, being like in this age, in this content, like, and still kind of getting my footing in and like starting to climb, like, I look towards like people like you and to inspire, you know, as inspiration, not to inspire, but as inspirations. And you are one of the top inspirations, comedic genius, and like, you are one of the greatest on this platform. And I thank you. I thank you so much. And I know you're gonna keep doing big things. I'm gonna keep championing that. I'm gonna keep supporting you. You know that. And that's it. And with that being said, y'all, this is another episode of Per-Sception with the great, the GOAT, the leader of the Barefoot gang.
BFG.
Barefoot Tasha, I appreciate you. Thank you. And of course, all her links will be in the description down below. Her socials, her Twitch, her YouTube, TikTok, anything.
And my only feet.
You know we got an only feet. And hey, come on now, cause hey, listen, some of y'all parasocial weirdos.
While you watching this video.
Right. Okay. Like, definitely, it'll be all in the description below. I appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of Per-Sception. I am RenaMarq, your modern Renaissance content creator. I love y'all. To the next one. Peace.
Bye.